Hi there, this is Steve from Stone Show. A common question is how to how to drill the holes in the bottom of the cars if you have to do that, if they don't have the factory fasteners, and how to put the screws in. So this is a general video that we are making here, and this is a car that we have in front of our shop that we're having to actually put on a base plate, and how to align it. It's got the double-sided tape, how to drill the holes, and then go ahead and put the screws, and how far to tighten them down. So this video should be helpful for people if you haven't done it before and you're trying to, you're wondering how to align it, how to drill the holes, and tighten it down. We're making this video to help you guys out with that. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that.
All right. Okay, so this one, again, this is just a generic, we're doing this actually on an Audi Q5, but the basic drilling the holes, tightening the screws will apply to any base plate. This happens to be what we call a BP33, so it has 2 1/4-inch holes. But we also have like a BP2 that uses 3. We have a 15 that uses 2 in the center. But the principle will always be the same. Drilling the pilot holes and then tightening the fasteners, and that's what we want to address today. So first thing we want to do is, and this is really critical too, we tell you in the instructions you need to drill an 1/8 inch pilot hole. And why that's important is this is an automotive sim screw. It's made for this plastic, but it needs a very specific size. Too big a hole, when you tighten this up, then there's no threads. Too small a hole, you have to force it in there, and it does what we call volcanoing, and it has to push all that material out, and it'll end up pushing this base plate away. So the 1/8 inch drill bit is really critical. Now this is one that we just happen to make just to help us make sure we get in the center of the screw. But when you're drilling, once you've got your base plate aligned, and most of the videos we have in there will show you how to do that, we include a double-sided foam tape that you can stick on the bottom that allows you to get it exactly where you want it. And once it's where you want it, you don't have to take the tape off. You can just leave the tape on and proceed. So the important thing is making sure that when you drill it, if you don't have this guide, you want to make sure you're right in the center of the screw, right in the center of the hole, and then drill. And again, you don't want to drill and run the drill way up in there. You want to drill just through this 1/8 inch plastic and stop, so that you don't risk damaging anything up above that, and there's no need to go any further. So the first thing you do is you drill your pilot holes. Get the drill going the right way. So you drill this one, and like I said, we got this set up so it stops, and then I drill the other pilot hole. So now you have the 2 holes drilled, and now the next thing we're going to do is take your 10mm socket and put your screw in it, start it in the hole. And this is the critical part, because you're going into plastic. The screws, you can see they go in pretty easy with that 1/8 inch pilot hole. It's cutting the threads as it's supposed to. And I like to, before I snug the other one, I want to start the other one so that I make sure I don't misalign, now that I've drilled my pilot hole. So I'll just start that one, and then I'll just leave it there. And then now we're going to go back to this one, and we're going to run it till it's flush. So now it's flush. The base plate's up against the bottom of the car, the screw, the washer, everything is up against the car. Now the important part is we're going to go a 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn. Now I'm almost to the 1/2, and I can feel some pretty good resistance. So this tells me that's going to be the 1/2, and I'm going to stop. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to run it down until it's flush. And again, you can watch the base plate. It'll pull the base plate up against the bottom of the car, and then the screw will be up against. Same thing, perfectly flush. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go a 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn. And in this case, same thing. I'm not even going to really, I can feel some pretty good resistance, so I'm going to stop just short of the, and then as you can see, that's not going anywhere. And what that does is by following those instructions, as you tighten it down and then you do that 1/2 a turn, it's almost like a lock washer. It's preloading that plastic, so it's putting force on it, and this thing will stay on there forever. And there you go. And then you would just continue on with the rest of your installation.